Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart Tarot and welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. Today we're going to take a look at your spirit baby. So the baby that's now in spirit and that's going to come into your life. We're going to get to know who they are and what their character is like, what they look like, and even when they are coming. And we're ending the reading off with some channeled messages. So if you'd like to know who your spirit baby is, let's pick a deck. So you can pick from these three piles. We have pile number 1 over here with the tarot for kids and the rose quartz. There we go. Then we have pile number 2 with the lepidolite and the starchild tarot. Let me zoom in on this crystal. There we go. So this is lepidolite. And for pile number 3 we have the selenite and I forgot the name. The beautiful creatures tarot. Let me readjust. There we go. So selenite and the beautiful creatures tarot. So pick your pile and let's see what baby you're getting. Like, who is your child? Who's going to be your baby? Let's see. Hello, my lovely pile number 1. If you chose the rose quartz and the tarot for kids, this is going to be your reading. Now, I want to start out with an energy check to make sure that you're in the right pile. For this energy check, I won't be splitting the parents into 2 because there might be some parents that decide to be a parent on their own. You don't need 2 parents in your life, and I think that was something that I had to put in here specifically, so that might be a message for you that you might want to become a parent on your own. And I think that's a very good thing, and I think that Spirit wanted to highlight that, and your baby wanted you to know that it's totally fine to decide to become a single parent, but take that as it resonates. It might not be for everybody. I think definitely not everybody. I think most people in this pile will have a partner to raise this beautiful baby with, but there might be some single parents out here. Ooh. So let's take a look at the energy. So this is going to be your energy, or it might be your partner's energy. So the first one we have is Rebel, and I'm hoping it'll focus so you guys can read with me. Here we go. So it says, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So you might be some kind of rebel. And like we said, that single parent energy is kind of a rebel energy in itself. We also have Pioneer, with passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So you might be paving some new paths. Maybe your partner is doing something very special. Maybe you both are doing something very special. Let's take a look at your or your partner's zodiac signs. So we have Taurus, so you might be a Taurus, your partner might be a Taurus, or there is just a lot of earth energy, so you might be a Virgo or a Capricorn as well, or your partner might be. Then we also have Sagittarius, so you or your partner might be a Sagittarius, or you might just have a lot of fire energy like an Aries or a Leo. So this is the energy for the 2 of you, or just you, whatever you want it to be. Now I have 3 letters, so these might be your first letter of your first name, your first letter of your last name, or your partner's first or last name. Take it as it resonates. So we have the letter D, we have the letter K, and we have the letter L. So don't get scared if your letter is not in here. I only picked a few, but we just wanted to get that first energy check to make sure that you're in the right pile. So this is the energy of the parents or the parent. And now I want to get into your spirit baby because that's what we're coming for, right? So let me remove these and let's dig in. So I started out with asking your spirit baby as what animal they would present themselves or what energy they send off into the world. And that energy was the wolf. And I also asked them about their path. So what's going to be important on their path? And I've got 4 oracle cards for that, so let's see what they are. We have separation. We have wound. We have challenge. And we have honor. Very interesting energy, right? So let's start out with the wolf. So the wolf is generally a pack leader. They take care of the rest of the pack. So this must mean that your baby is going to grow up and be like the leader of the family, someone that takes care of you when you grow old, and just a very caring person in nature. And the wolf is associated with earth energy. So your maybe might be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And we can already tell that they might be quite stubborn. I mean, earth energy is very grounded, very stable, but at the same time they can be quite little stubborn-headed, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, we do have a lot of rougher energies surrounding them with separation, with wound, with challenge. So throughout their lives, they might be going through quite a lot of challenges. But at the same time, we can see that this wolf looks like they can handle this. They might be a little bit of a lone wolf. So they might be someone that is quite introverted, or they will grow up to be more introverted. But I don't see them going through a lot of hardships. It does look like they are taking it with pride, they're taking it with honor. So they might decide to move to a different part of the country, or they might decide to live in a different place with separation. But I don't see it being a problem. I do see them needing to heal some wounds. These wounds might have to do with something that will happen when they're younger, or even just healing old wounds that come through generations. So some DNA healing on their part. They might be coming in with some challenges that they'll have to face earlier in life. But overall, I see them being very gentle, very kind, and being very much connected to you and the rest of the family. I want to get some traits out now. So let's take a look at their traits. What are they going to look like? What is their character going to be like? Let's take a look. So the first card already flipped, and it is loyal. So they're going to be very loyal. And that's something that we already saw with the card honor. So they are going to be very loyal to your family. I think that is a wonderful trait to have. But I want to see a little bit more about what they might be going to look at. Ooh. We also have affectionate. There we go. I'm sorry for my writing, by the way. This one is a little bit lumpy. Affectionate. So I think they like to, as a child, they will give you a lot of hugs, a lot of affection. They will love to get affection from you. We also have family oriented. So yeah, they are gonna be like a close member of your family. We talked about being a lone wolf with the wolf being here, but at the same time, I do feel like they might just not have a lot of friends, but at the same time, they're just very close to their family. We also have musician, so they might become a musician or just love music, play an instrument. So you might want to encourage them to play an instrument when they are a little bit older. We also have heterochromatic eyes, so this might not be for everybody, but your child may get heterochromatic eyes. That means 2 different eye colors. This makes me think of the husky. It looks very similar to a wolf as well, so that's pretty cool. We also have worth the wait. So you might have been waiting for your baby for a very long time, but they want to tell you that they're going to be worth it and that you're going to really enjoy all the time you will spend together. We also have trustworthy. So yeah, with this earth energy, this very loving soul, very kind, very gentle, they'll also be very trustworthy. And I think that's something that you as a person think is very important as well. Then we have creative. With musician and creative, we can see a lot of artsy, a lot of standout people. They might dress in a way that other people don't resonate with, but at the same time, they are like, this is who I am and that's how I'm gonna dress. Maybe, okay. So yeah, they're gonna be like very unique. We also have straight hair, so they will probably have straight hair when they grow some. So like I said, it is going to be about your spirit baby, this reading, but we do see a lot of mature energy. So I think they are wanting them to present themselves as like when they're a little bit older. We don't see a lot about their childhood. So I think they want to keep that a little bit of a surprise, or maybe we're going to get more information about that later. I'm sorry, I had some camera issues, but let's try again. Let's get some more information. So I wanted to get a little bit more about what they might look like, but I guess we're not getting too much to know about what they will look like. Ooh, we have eyes, eyes, eyes. So I think that their eyes are going to be very telling. They might have like those very bright eyes. We also had heterochromatic eyes, so there's going to be something special about their eyes. Also with the wolf, we kind of have the idea of the wolf with their eyes looking into your soul. So I think they might be able to feel very deep and connect with you on a very deep level through your eyes and through their eyes. Let's get one more. We have breakthrough, and we also have authentic. Yeah. So like I said, I think they're going to be quite unique and stay true to who they are. I think they're going to come into this world with a big know-how of who they are and who they want to be, and they're not gonna change that for anybody. So you're gonna try whatever you want. You won't be able to make them change the way they look or the way they think. That very stubborn energy coming through. We also have breakthrough. So they might be breaking through cycles that are going on in your family for a very long time. They might also break through stigmas in the world that are existing right now. So they are going to be somewhat of a rule breaker on this earth. So, wow, you guys are going to have a very great kid coming into this world. So that was it for these little cards. Now I want to get into the tarot, so let me get out your cards and let's see if there's anything else that they want to say. So, Spirit Lady, is there anything you want to tell us about yourself? So we have the Five of Cups. So it's kind of a message to look on the bright side. Like we said, we have worth the wait. Where is it? Over here. So maybe at this time you are kind of feeling let down. Maybe you have been trying to get a child for a very long time and it hasn't happened yet. And you're starting to lose faith. You're starting to lose hope. But this message is to look at the good things that are already in your life. We can also see there is a bridge. So there is, I think they are trying to connect with you right now. They are trying to reach out, but maybe you're not seeing it. But we're going to get into more channeled messages later on. And maybe they'll have a clear message over there as well. Okay, even more cards already flying out. Let's see what they were, because they fell. So the other card we have is the Emperor. And in this specific card, we can see a hand reaching out with something precious in their hand. We also see the horn on its head. That reminds me of the Aries. So your child might be an Aries, or someone in your life that is an Aries might be able to give you some information or can help you out. But we do see with the Emperor that it's like a time to work, a time to focus on your material world. So maybe you want to get started on building a solid foundation. I do see the need to build a solid foundation first before this baby can enter your life. And we also have the card Balance. And this is the card Temperance. And it's associated with Sagittarius. So again, more Sagittarius and more fire energy in this reading. So your child might also be a Sagittarius. Maybe it's just like you, a Sagittarius, but that won't be for everybody. But there might be a need to start balancing out some things in your life. Maybe it's important to look on the bright side, but at the same time still have that hope for a brighter future. I think that this child, when it comes in, will bring you a lot of balance. It might be able to help you out with balancing work and home life. But they want you to be balanced and they want you to be happy on your own before they want to come into this world. There might be some things that need to be balanced out in your life before they are able to come in. As we can see, this figure, it looks like they have wings and they have like a very bright ring around their head. So it does look like your kid is going to be very high vibrational, very loving, very gentle. And my throat is a little squeaky or rough. So it might be that there is something that when it comes to speaking up for yourself that you need to bring in balance, something about your throat chakra that might be blocked. Maybe that is something that you need to work on, or you might want to work on. You don't need to do anything, of course. But yeah, speaking your truth, setting clear boundaries. But there is something about communication in this reading that needs some adjusting. So that was it for the tarot. Now I want to get into some timing. And for the timing, I made these little cards. So let's see when this spirit baby is gonna come. Okay, so the first one we have is 1 year. 1 year. What else do we get? So is there any other time frame that's significant for pile number 1? We'll also be using the bingo machine for further information about the timing. So stay tuned. Is there any other date or month or year that's significant? We have February. So Valentine's Day, February might be significant. I want at least one more. So February could indicate that February next year might be significant, or whenever you're watching this, next February might be significant. And we also have June. So maybe someone named June is significant for you guys. But June and February, or the time frame between February and June, might be significant. But now let's take a look at the bingo machine and get more information about timing. There we go. So the last ones came out a little bit rough, but we've got 5, so let's see what we got. So the first one we have is the number 70. So maybe in 70 days you might be conceiving, and 1 year later, that's about a 9-month gap, right? Might be significant. Again, someone that's 70 years old at this time or born in 1970 might be significant. Also, 70 makes me think of July, so July. Next up, we have the number 25. So maybe the 25th of February or June might be significant. The 2nd of May and the 5th of February. 25, the 5th of February. Then we have the number 36. So the 3rd of June might be significant. Maybe someone that's 36 years old. Like we said with 25, it might also be 25 years old. Then we could also see this being March, the 6th of March being significant. Then we have the number 52. So we have a mirrored, balls. We have 52 and 25. So this might have to do with mirroring. This could indicate that you and your person that you might be conceiving with might be twin flames or soulmates or anything like that. And again, it is highlighting the 2nd of May and the 5th of February. So you don't have to take all of these dates, but we just want to get some more information, right? There we go. And the last one I have for you as it comes to timing is the number 40. So 40 days. Also the 4th month, so April might be significant. Someone that's 40 years old might be significant. Take them all as they resonate. Now, for the end of the reading, I wanted to end it off with some channeled messages. So let's see what your baby has to tell you. Because we all want to know, right? Because we got a lot of information about their later on in life, but we kind of want to know what they're thinking right now. So, and again, they're falling. So we have, there we go. I fantasize about our future. We have, I wish I was more like you. So I think that you might be very different from your child. You might have some aspects that are very different, and I think that might be one of your challenges, to work through those differences. Maybe you want to be more like your baby when they grow up. You're like, oh wow, they're doing so well and they are so courageous. Maybe that's something that you generally are not that much, or the other way around. Take that as resonates. And we have, you are the one for me, I can feel it. So yes, they have chosen you, and they really feel that you are the best parent for them. And we have, I am happy and want you to be happy too. So I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4, by the way. So you are stepping up in life. You are doing a lot better. You are working on yourself. And your spirit baby really wants you to be happy first. And they are happy right now. They're looking down on you. They're with you. And they're just wanting you to be happy right now, to enjoy the time that you have. Enjoy your life without this kid yet, before they will enter. Because you will have probably a lot of sleepless nights when they're coming. And they're like, just enjoy yourself for now. And we will meet up when it's time, and we'll have a lot of fun later. So don't worry, just have fun. We want you to be happy, or I just said we. So there might be more children coming instead of just this child. But they want you to be happy. Let's see if we can get one more to finish off this reading. Let's take a look. So what else do you have to say for your mom or dad? Is there one more message that you have for us? I guess not. Is there one more? I bet you have a lot to say. Yeah, there we go. I am trying to get your attention. Ooh. So they're trying to reach out to you. They're trying to connect with you. So maybe you would like to open up to them and see the signs, because we had the wolf. So maybe a wolf might be significant. Maybe you are seeing wolves. Maybe there is a specific thing that reminds you of a wolf. But they're trying to get your attention in one way or another. So pay attention in your world, because there might be signs everywhere. And that's how I'm ending off this reading. I can keep on going for a very long time, but I wanted to keep this reading a little bit on the shorter side. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated, and I hope this spirit baby is coming to you soon. Have a nice day. If you like the video, you can give it a like. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I want to thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye guys. Hello my lovely pile number 2. If you chose the Lepidolite and the Starchild Tarot, this is going to be your reading on your spirit baby. Now with the energy check, I'm not separating mom and dad or person A and person B. I'm just gonna take it as one. Spirit wanted me to be clear that it would be totally fine if you decide to become a single parent. There might be some people in here that really want a child but they don't have a partner, and that's totally fine. So that's one of the reasons why we're just doing an overall energy check of the parents. So don't feel bad if you want to become a single mom, single dad, single individual. You are totally okay in doing that. That's your right. So let's get into that energy of you or your partner, or you and your partner. Let's take a look. So you actually got 3 cards for the archetype, so that might indicate that there is someone involved that's not a parent. You might feel like you are all 3 of them, maybe just one. Take them as they resonate. It will be different for everybody. So the first one we have is Detective, and it reads, great powers of observation and intuition, desires to seek out the truth. So maybe you are quite the detective. Maybe your partner is. And then we have Child Eternal. Let me zoom in. It says determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. ability to see things with fresh eyes. And the last card we have for your archetypes is the monk or the nun, with selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So you might already be very, very connected to spirit. So you could be either one of these, all three of these, two of these. Maybe you recognize your partner in one of these. But take them as they resonate. Now, I actually want to take a look at the zodiacs first. So I only got two, but take them as they resonate. I don't know why. I'm starting to feel a little bit insecure. Maybe that's your energy. Don't feel insecure. But let's take a look at these zodiacs. So we have Capricorn with Earth. So you or your person might be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And we also have Cancer. So you or your person might be a Cancer, but might also be a different water sign like Scorpio or Pisces. And don't worry if your zodiac is not here. If you resonate with these archetypes, or at least one of them, you might still be in the right pile. Let me move them up a little bit. There we go. Now I have 3 letters. These might be the first letter of your first name, the first letter of your last name, maybe the first or last name of your partner or person. So let's see. We have the letter N. We have the letter Q. And we have the letter A. So the N, the Q, or the A might be significant in your connection with your person, maybe you on your own, however you like to see it. And by the way, if you don't want to be a single parent, I'm not telling you you're gonna be a single parent. I'm just telling people in general, people who are watching, if you want to become a single parent, that's totally okay. Now, let me remove these cards. Enough talks about you. Let's take a look at your spirit baby. So I wanted to ask your spirit baby as what animal they wanted to come through and what energy they perceive themselves as. And that energy was the camel. And I also have a few cards to see about their life's journey. So what's their life going to be like? And we have reframe. We have fear. We have shame. And we have karma and past life cycles. So let's start out with the camel, because the camel is usually a fire sign, but it also connects with water as well, because like we all know, the camel has a huge bump on their back with a lot of water inside. So this baby might be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And also an aspect of the camel is that they're able to travel very far, so we can already see this baby being a huge traveler. Now, before I continue with these cards, I want you guys to notice something, because maybe you did not know yet. We have a little butterfly sitting over here. And while I was preparing your reading, my eyes kept going towards this butterfly in the bottom of my drawer. So I wanted to take it out, and I felt very drawn to just put it in the reading. And I think your baby just wanted to tell you guys that they're going to be a social butterfly. They're going to spread their wings, they're going to travel, they're going to have a lot of friends. And I think they're going to be quite the extrovert. And with the camel being here, we can kind of see them staying calm in every situation. Like, they're very passionate. They're very good at arguments. How do we say that? They're good at staying calm during arguments. They're very good at like being the one that just calms down the situation. So let's take a look at these cards now, because we have karma, past life cycles, we have fear and shame, and we have reframe. So the fear and shame, I think those are things that might be quite present in your life right now, and they might still be present when this baby gets born. And I think that these things will be worked through, especially because we have that karma and past life cycles. I feel like this baby or this child will help you work through these feelings of fear and shame. There might be some circumstances that are still going on when this child is born, and I think that they're going to be such a blessing in your life, and they will help you let go of this fear and shame. So for example, this might indicate that maybe you are that single parent, or you are someone that decided to have a child when the timing wasn't perfect, or there is a religious or cultural difference surrounding having this child, but they're going to help you work through it, and I think that they will lighten up the situation a lot. Now with reframe, again, we can see that they will help you reframe your own mind, or they will help other people throughout their lives reframe the way they think about certain things. They are like the real bringers of new light, of a new dawn. Again, with this moon and darkness surrounding them, it's like they're being born in a little bit of a darker time, so to say. Like, things are not perfect when they're born, but they will bring that light into your life. So that's what we're seeing with these cards. Now I want to take a look at some of their attributes, and we're going to use these little cards. Okay, so they're already coming out way too fast, but that's okay. So we have green eyes. That might indicate that they have like a real feel for nature, but it might also just indicate that they have green eyes. We also have express your love, so they might be able to help you express your love and expressing yourself in general. I think they are very expressionate themselves, especially with that social butterfly popping up. We also have fun, so they will help you have more fun in your life, and also they just like to have fun. They like to travel. Maybe you will be traveling a lot together. We also have charming, so I think they will be able to convince you to do like almost everything, like taking you out on adventures, trying to get a snack. If they're not allowed, they'll charm anyone into giving them whatever they want. But very cheeky energy. Very cheeky energy. You're making me smile already. That's so cute. Let's see what else we get. So what else do you want to tell us about yourself? We have polite. So you will raise them well. They'll still be polite. They'll be cheeky but polite. Ooh, I'm not going to take all of these, but I do see the bottom one wanting to come out. Ooh. Cards keep coming. I wanted this one. Let's see what it says. It says finance and career. So I think they will have big goals in life, and they will do great when it comes to finance and career. I think they look like real leaders in that aspect. Maybe they have to travel for their work when they're older. Let's see what else we have. We have open-minded, yeah, with the reframe and all this fear and shame opening up. They are going to be the ones that help other people see things in new lights. And I think they can teach you a lot as well by just being themselves. Ooh, yeah. We talked about them being adventurous, and it's coming out now even stronger. So yeah, you're going to be traveling a lot with them, or they'll be traveling a lot on their own if you don't want to come. but they are real adventurers. Like, they want to see the world. Let's see what else we get. I want at least one more. Yeah, there we go. We have unique. Unique. Stay true to who you are. That's what I'm getting. And they will be true to themselves as well. I don't think they will budge for anybody. Really fiery, very passionate energy. So that was it for the little cards. Now I want to take out the tarot to see if they have something to say right now. So we're going to start with these. Then we're getting some timing information. And then we're getting the real channeled messages. But this one's just a little break in between. So, okay. We have the Three of Crystals. This is the Three of Pentacles, indicating that you will be collaborating with them, or at least they are very good at collaborating with others. It's like a team effort. That's what I'm getting. Maybe raising them will be a team effort. Like we said, I kind of saw 3 people in this caretaking role, and this Three of Crystals kind of indicates the same thing to me. Again, that might not be for everybody. It might just be that you have a very great family connection and your whole family is involved in raising the spirit baby. Then we got Oppression. This is the Temperance card, and Temperance is associated with Sagittarius, so more fire energy. So your child definitely might be Sagittarius. Again, Sagittarius are real travelers, real adventurous. So we do get a lot of that adventurous, sparkling, dazzling energy over here. So I think that they want you to be adventurous as well. And if you're not doing that already, you might want to travel a little bit more, or at least take little trips, get into that childlike energy. Maybe that's a way of connecting to them as well, doing fun new things, and they're with you on that little journey that you're taking every time. Maybe you already are huge travelers and they really enjoy that, doing that with you. Let's see if we can get one more. So is there anything else you want to mention to us? They're like almost popping out, but not fully. Can we get one more, please? Is there anything else? Let's see. Is there anything else you want to mention? Or is there something I'm forgetting? There we go. Ooh, we have the Sun. We have the Sun. They are going to be radiant. They're going to be shining bright. They're going to be enlightening the world. They are going to shed a light on troubles in the world. Just a lot of positive energy coming from them, radiating from them. It's like they're gonna be like that miracle kid. I just saw 1111 on my screen, by the way. So yeah, this child is something special, and they were born to shine bright, or they're gonna be born to shine bright. Wow, that's gorgeous. So let's see when this is gonna happen. When will you have your child, or when will you conceive? What's the time frame? Because we're gonna know when are you coming. Do you have any information, or can you tell us anything about when you're being born? Okay, let's see what we got. So we have fall. What else? Because I want at least 3 cards, because the time frame is not going to be the same for everybody. But fall seems very significant. Let's see. Then we've got question mark. I felt like this question mark was gonna pop up. And I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on my screen. So, question mark. They're a little bit secretive. They're like, we're not gonna tell you guys. You gotta wait and see yourself. Or maybe they're not even sure when. It's like, well, it's up to you. Or just when the timing's right. Let's see what else. Can you give us some more information about the timing, please? Or are we not allowed to know? Yeah, that one popped out. We have October. So fall, October, and a question mark. Let's use the bingo machine to get a little bit more about the timing. So, what have we got? Let me grab them. So the first one is the number 29. So the 9th of February, the 2nd of September, the 29th of October, because we already have October, or maybe someone that's 29 years old might be significant. Maybe it's when you are 29 years old. Take that as it resonates, of course. Then we have the number 47, so the 7th of April or the 4th of July might be significant. Someone that's 47 years old might be significant. 47 days. Could be anything really. Then we have the number 36. So maybe when you're 36, if you'd like to wait a significant amount of time. This might also be the 3rd of June or the 6th of March. Then maybe your partner is 36 years old when it happens. Then we have the number 33. So the 3rd of March. Maybe when you're 33 and your partner's 36. Maybe just when you are 33. Take it as it resonates. And let's take a look at the last one. The last one is the number 68. So again, someone that's 68 might be significant. Maybe you have, like, your parents are 68 and they might be helping out a lot. This might also indicate the 6th of August or the 8th of June. Let me put it right here. So that was it for the timing. But again, with the question mark being here, that might indicate that there are just a lot of people watching and that the times really vary. But you will kind of know, I think. You will kind of know. It's like, or maybe it is just supposed to be a mystery. I think for a lot of people, not knowing might be better because you can't worry about it that much, right? Now I have the channel messages as the last part of the reading. So, Spirit Baby, what do you have to say to us? What do you want to tell your parents? Is there anything you want to tell us? We have, my love for you is off the charts. They're coming through pretty strong, to be honest. I think it's so cool. Let's see what else we get. What else do you want to tell us? Oops. What else? Okay, thank you. We have, I see your name everywhere. So you might already be seeing their name. Maybe there is a name that just keeps popping up in your life and you don't know how or why. That might be significant. Maybe it's a sign to tell you guys, like, I want to have that name. And we also have, other people are holding me back. So there might be someone in your life that makes it that this baby isn't born yet. Like we said, it might be that because of that shame and fear, you're waiting, or because you feel pressured to wait. That might be a reason. But this baby will come regardless, and when you decide that you're ready, I feel like this baby will come and they will help you lighten up the situation, because I do see for some people there is quite a situation going on, but we're not going to get into that because it's all positivity from now on, right? So I kind of want to have at least one more. Can we get one more? But yeah, I do see some complicated situations going on in here. Okay, so we got a few more, but we're going to take them all, right? Because who doesn't want to hear more messages? So we have, you are my soulmate. So your baby and you are soulmates. This means that you come from the same soul family. And you are already very strongly linked. We have, I'm here. They're already here with you. We have, I wish I was with you right now. So they are here in spirit right now, but they wish they were on earth with you right now. So it's like you are kind of the only one holding them back from coming in right now. And we have, I am trying to find my way back to you. So for some people, this might be a spirit baby that wasn't meant to come to this earth the first time. So it might indicate that there might have been a miscarriage or an abortion, or something might have happened in the past, but they are trying to find their way back to you. Maybe you had past lives together, that might also be the case, and they're just trying to incarnate on this earth with you once again. So take that one as it resonates, because it might not be for everybody and it might not be an easy thing to deal with. So I am very sorry for that if that did happen to you in the past. But this brings me to the end of the reading. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope it resonated. If it did, I would love to get a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my readings, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys. Hello my lovely pile number 3. If you chose the Selenite and the Beautiful Creatures Tarot, this is going to be your reading. And we're starting out with an energy check. And usually I do the energy check with a person A, person B kind of thing. But specifically for this reading, I did not want to do that. And I think Spirit wanted it to be clear that you don't need 2 people to raise a child. So if you want to become a single parent, that's totally okay. Now, for the people that do want to have a partner with a relationship before they have a child or a baby, that's totally okay as well. But just to get that out there, that if you'd like to be a single parent, you are definitely clear to go for whatever you want to do. So let me remove these first to look at the energy. So we're going to take a look at you or your person's energy first. Let's take a look. We have the Hermit with seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life and serves personal creativity. So you might be a little bit of a hermit yourself, or your person is one. And we also have Messiah with serving humanity with humility. So you might be in the healthcare field, or you're serving in a different type of way, but maybe you resonate with both or either one of them. That's totally fine. Now let's take a look at the zodiac signs that are mostly present. So this might be you, this might be your partner, let's see. So we have Virgo. So you might be a Virgo, but you also might be a different earth sign like Taurus or Capricorn, or your person might be one. And we also have Scorpio. So you or your person might be a Scorpio, or a different water sign like a Cancer or a Pisces. So let me put them right here. Now I have 3 letters. These might be your first letter of your first name, first letter of your last name, or your partner's first letter of their first name, and so on. So let's take a look. We have the letter G, J, J. Then we have the letter B, and last but not least the letter O. So these might be significant for you. If you see yourself or your partner in this energy, this is definitely your reading, or at least you should see one aspect that resonates. Now, I don't want to talk about this too much. I think it's pretty clear. If you resonate with this, let me remove these and let's take a look at your spirit baby, because that's why we're here for, right? That's why we're watching. So I asked your spirit baby as what energy they wanted to present themselves. This could show their personality traits, even the time of year they were born, or they're gonna be born. So let's take a look. We have the stingray, and then I asked about their life path. So what is their life's gonna be, what it's gonna be like, and what they wanted to tell us about it. So we have karma, we have purge, we have goals, productivity, and habit. We have affirmation. Let me readjust. There we go. And last but not least, you guys got an extra card, or your baby wanted to show an extra card, and that was a lead. Let me put them like that, by the way. So they are gonna be leaders of some sorts. But first I want to talk about this stingray in the middle of the reading, their main energy. So as we all know, the stingray lives in the water. So this might indicate that your baby will be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. Either way, with the stingray being here, it kind of shows us that they will come to a point in their life where they have to make a very big decision. And that decision is between staying in the old and trying something completely new. So there is going to be a big decision in their life, and I think that it's going to be about stepping up and leading something. And this leading could have to do with literally anything, and it will differ from child to child. Now, with karma and purge on this side, we can clearly see that there is still some unresolved karma that they will have to work through in their life. And I think they will be really cleaning out your family lineage. Any karma that is left in your lineage, they will clear that out. So they might face some smaller difficulties when they are younger, but we can definitely see them overcoming that and really growing and taking the lead and ownership over their own lives. With goals, productivity, and habit, we do see them being some kind of, how do you say that? Like they are someone that really sticks to their habits. They have goals and they just meticulously work to reach those goals. They don't like to hang around, be lazy. I feel like they're real go-getters. And with this affirmation, it's like they know what people need to hear. They know how to help other people. And it also seems like they are very inspiring. They are inspiring other people a lot. So this leading role that they will have really goes well with their characteristics and their general energy. Them being a water sign, it does seem like they're very good at catching other people's emotions as well, and just really knowing what to say, how to say it to help other people out. And they might help you out in a lot of ways as well. So that's it for their general life path and general energy. Now I want to take a look at what they will look like or any other characteristics. So let's see. So Spirit Baby, what do you want to tell us about yourself? We have new beginnings. So they will bring you a new beginning, or maybe even more than just one. Okay, so a lot of cards fell on the floor. I'm gonna grab them in a second. We also have creative. Them being a water sign might also show us that they are very creative. We can see all the chakras aligned with all the beautiful colors as well. So again, the energy of everything combined, being very creative, being very in tune. Now, let me grab those cards. So, the cards that popped out were brown eyes, so they might have brown eyes. It might not be for everybody, just take these as they resonate. They might also have gray eyes. We have stand out with them leading. We can clearly see them standing out from the crowd, taking that leading role over a lot of other people. We also have heterochromatic eyes, so they might have two different eye colors. That one's definitely not for everybody. We also have a loyal, so they are going to be like a very loyal friend to their friends, very loyal to their family. I think that to them, family does come first. We also have worth the wait. So you might have been waiting for a very long time for this baby to come into your life. While I was waiting to film your reading, I had to wait quite a while. I was like, finally I can continue. I can do pile number 3. And then my neighbors started making a lot of noise, so I also had to wait a little bit longer. So that might be something that's important in your reading as well, that you will have to wait a little bit longer, or you have been waiting a little bit longer than you wanted. We also have auburn hair, so they might get auburn hair sometime in their life. With them being creative, we can see them trying out different hairstyles a lot. Let's see what else we get. We have eyes, eyes, eyes. And I heard the phrase, eyes are the window to the soul. So there might be something very, very significant about their eyes. Especially because we do have a lot about their eyes, right? We have heterochromatic eyes. We have different eye colors popping up. Now we have open heart. Open heart. So they will open up your heart. But not only yours, I think they will open up a lot of people's hearts with the words they speak. Maybe even just by looking at people, being very understanding, giving people the space to open up. Let me put it there. I kind of want one more. And we got 2. Let me grab them. We have blonde hair, and we have attractive. So not only are they going to be very loving and kind and loyal, but they're also going to be very attractive. That's cool. And I think that being attractive is going to be in multiple ways. They'll have a beautiful energy, but they also just are very physical, appealing to a lot of people. probably just like their mom and dad, or their mom or dad, or anybody really. Like they'll look very attractive, and I think they've got those traits from you. So that was it for these little cards. Now let's get into the tarot to get some kind of message. So we're starting out with the tarot cards for a message. Then we're going to get into the bingo machine and the timing of it all. And then we're ending it off with specifically channeled messages. But I did want to have a little break with a message for you right now. So let's see. What do you have to say? Is there anything specific that you want to mention? This might be about you guys. It might be about themselves. We've got the Ace of Cups with fondness. So we already had new beginnings. Now we have the Ace of Cups, and it's about a new kind of love. Maybe they are opening up your eyes to a new kind of love. Especially because, of course, having a child it might be your first child as well, and you're learning how deep love can be, and it might be a lot deeper than you've ever seen before or felt before. We also have the Two of Swords with confusion. So again, this makes me think of that stingray energy of a decision that you have to make. Like there will come a time where they'll have to make a decision between two things. And yeah, I mean, it's focusing on standout now. So maybe there is a time where they'll have to decide to get out of the shadows. Maybe they are a little bit of an introvert, but they'll have to stand out. They'll have to share their voice, and that might be something that they're not used to. This might also indicate that you are a little bit confused, or you'll have to make a decision at this time. Take that as it resonates. And let's see if we can get one more. By the way, your cards are coming out so fast. It's crazy. So to me that indicates that they are very high vibrational, especially because you guys got the selenite as well. Oh, I'm not going to take those, we're going to take this one. We have the the Eight of Swords with imprisonment. So it's like they're being held back by something, and they'll have to make a decision to step out of their comfort zone. Maybe this talks about you needing to step out of your comfort zone, or you feeling stuck at this moment. But the Eight of Swords talks about the mind being the only thing that is actually holding them back. So maybe your mindset needs some adjustments, and by you opening up your mind, this baby will be able to enter your life pretty soon. But maybe it might also indicate that there are just some mental struggles going on in your life right now, and that you are breaking free from those mental struggles. But take that as it resonates. But there is a big decision coming up, whether this decision has to do with you, with your partner, or this child in their future. Maybe it is a message that maybe you should break out of it now so they don't have to do it later. But yeah, like choose love over fear. Because we do have that Eight of Swords on one side, and the love and the compassion and the fondness on the other side. It's like a big decision that needs to be made. Now let's get into the timing of it all. We're starting out with these cards to get some information about the timing of when they're entering your life. And already one card flipped out. Like I said, there is a very, very fast energy in this pile. We have summer. Do you have any other indications of timing for us? But maybe this summer might be very significant. We have November. Ooh, and we have perfect timing. So it'll come when the time is right. So those are the 3 cards for timing. Now I want to use the bingo machine to get any significant numbers. So let's take a look. There we go. Let's see. So the first one we have is the number 14. So the 4th of January, the 1st of April, or even just the 14th of November, or a different 14th. Take it as it resonates. Then we have the number 22. So this might also just be a significant year for them when they turn 22. Also, this might be the 2nd of February or the 22nd of any given month. Then we have the number 71. Let me focus. There we go. So the 1st of July or the 7th of April. So it might be that the 4th until the 7th of, I'm sorry, I said April, I mean January. So the 4th until the 7th of January are significant. Then we have the number 61. So the 6th and the 7th of January might be significant. The 1st of June might be significant. We have a lot about January, although we have the summer card. That's strange. And the last number we have is the number 48. So the 8th of April, the 4th of August. The age 48 might be significant to some of you guys. Take that as it resonates. So that was it for the timing. Let's end this reading off with some channeled messages. What do they have to tell you right now? What do they want to tell you right now? I wonder, because they're so bright. Okay, so the first card we have is I am happy. So they are at this moment very happy. They're just doing their thing up there. And I don't think that they're in a hurry, so to say. And I think that's why we have that perfect timing. They're like, I'm ready when you're ready. Don't worry about it. We also have, I want to come back. So it might be that they have been to this earth a lot of times before. And they're very excited to come back once again. Ooh. That's too much. We can't take all of them. Can I get one at a time, please? They really are chatty. They want to reach out very bad. Let's see. There we go. We have no. So if there was any specific question you wanted to ask, the answer is probably no. But I don't see it as being like a bad no, like anything hurtful. We have I do love you. So them not being here yet doesn't mean they don't want to come. They do love you. So maybe for some people this might not resonate. I think for most of you it won't. But for some people it might be. Because we also have I want to come back, that there might have been an abortion or a miscarriage and they don't blame you for it and they want you to know that they are still coming, they want to come back to you and they do love you. So don't feel bad, don't feel shame. Yeah, I mean, I think that was a very significant message for some people. You really needed to hear that. If that did not resonate, just let it fly. Let's see if we can get one more to end off this reading. We got one more, but there we go. I am trying to find my way back to you. Wow. So yeah, the timing might have not been right the first time around, but they are trying to come back, and they will come back when the time is right. So it's like the timing wasn't right last time. Of course, it might not be for everybody, but they're trying to find their way back to you, and I'm getting crazy goosebumps right now, so that must be significant for a lot of people watching. And I'm kind of getting choked up and emotional right now, so please take care of yourself. Know that they're with you. Know that they love you. They want to come back. They're trying to find their way back. That's obvious. And know that they will come. They will come. And you will be all right. And you will have a beautiful life. So that brings me to the end of the reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If this resonated, I'd love to get a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my readings, you can always subscribe to my channel and click on that notification bell to get notified. I'd love to hear your stories as well, to be honest. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.